Flow of Hope by Ashleigh Bailey. This is John Janney. He is a wonderful man who really has a heart and passion for caring for orphans and widows in his community of Kajabi, Kenya. So much so that he has started his own ministry, Flow of Hope. He dreams of a world with no more broken homes for orphans and widows. He is making this happen right now in Kajabi. John began his ministry by caring for street boys. There are thousands of local orphan boys living on the streets. John visited with these boys, got to know them, and would buy them meals weekly. Many of the boys are addicted to sniffing chewgoo as a way to combat the cold and hunger. John rescued 5 of these boys who now live with him, his wife, and his 2 daughters. He supports them completely by feeding them, providing a home for them, and paying their school fees. This is one of John's orphan boys, Stephen. In this picture, Stephen is reading the Bible. John has also led these 5 boys to Christ. Part of Flow of Hope is a ministry called Thread of Hope, aimed for widows. There are many widows in Kajabi. There is a high number of widows due to husband abandonment because they were not able to provide for their family or because the husband passed away from AIDS. The women are left to care for their family with no education or training. Many women turn to prostitution to save their families. John has taken these women off the streets and started teaching them how to sew. These women are given the materials needed and are able to sew and sell school uniforms for children. This gives the women the chance to stop prostituting and still earn an income. It also provides school uniforms to children for a fair price, allowing them to get an education. Many of these same women are left by their husbands without a proper place to live. John has built several homes around the community for these widows. This particular home was for a woman and her 3 children. Her house was doubled in size. It gave her and her children a proper place to live that will last them for many years. John also feeds a group of widows each month. There are many women who are too old and fail to provide for themselves, yet they still have a family to provide for. John steps in and encourages them and gives them food for a month. These women are very grateful for John and for Flow of Hope. John is a very courageous and ambitious man. He lives by the Bible, which is what encourages him to continue this ministry every day. He began his ministry based on a verse in the Bible that spoke to him, James 1:27. It states, "Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after the orphans and widows in their distress." John is my generation. He is only 29 years old, which is an encouragement to me. He has taught me that there is no specific age that you must be to start changing what is around you. He is the best man that I have ever known. I look up to him and what he has done in his own community. I'm inspired and hope to make a difference somewhere in the world just like John is doing right now. I hope that John and Flow of Hope have inspired you too. Thank you to Linnea Bonin and Bethany Rossler for the photographs. Also, music always by Stevie Laurie, found at archive.org.